Unable to, execute on any of the drafts. The Yone, this is 100% earned by BDD. I think, as we pointed out, even in game number 1 that they did lose, he was the one stalwart defender for KT.
He decides he wants to try and break that. And then this side, looking at Talia, obviously something that with the Camille setup, great follow-up onto that.
This makes me think that they're looking towards maybe an AP carry for Deft here. Like something a little bit crazy, even with the Seraphine. Then Zig's already picked up a Sivir. We saw Guma pull out as well, and this time it is going to be Deft trying to bring it in here.
It just once again feels
not like Jhin anymore.
It just once again feels like a low-value bot game. I think
these sneaky Leonas hanging out. There is a 8-game losing streak in the regional qualifier alone.
Presumably still hasn't been seen, so maybe Guma gets punished here.
Oh, okay. Nice little force flash.
Even a 2-time world champion can fumble that, so,
Yeah. With a skin for this exact champion is not a lot of mana here in Perfect. Does have a cookie.
Perfect's going to go back in with the Ivern Q and now taking a bunch of damage as the freeze will come down. And KT Rolster with the Ivern are utilizing that zone control very well. But in goes Beryl. He says, enough of the zone control. I'm just going to put my face in it. And he does do that, and he's probably dead as the knockup comes in. He gets a shield, though. Stays alive for a very long period of time, but eventually does go down. First blood goes to Faker. And all going to be thrown out here by Guma, who is level 6.
Desperately need his Guma. Does have his flash, low on mana, doesn't have his satchel.
Yeah, he just used it for poke. Here comes Deft, trying to come in, gets the Q down. Guma will flash away, some mines on the ground, but one Q could do it, or just an auto, as Deft is just going to take him down, and Guma does get punished. And your Jax as well in that Supreme late game. Definitely going to want that with some side lane threats. As here we go. Going to try to come in here. The knockup comes in. There's that TP you guys are talking about. And now Faker in a really rough spot. He's going to get Bard ulted, but there's really nobody to save him as Beryl takes a bit of damage, but will survive.
Do anything if he just pops Counter-Strike at the right time. Now, though, we get the replay.
Watch the blast cone.
Yeah, eyes on it. So the root comes in. The engage starts here. Faker.
Oh, Guma!
Faker unraveled ears backwards, and then Guma knocks Faker in. I would say that's some of the roughest anti-synergy we've seen probably since last game with the bottle.
I think it's.
I knew! Really diveable. A lot of sums still available, but Leona has so much CC. Perfect as Counter-Strike as well.
Yeah, the dive. A little bit unsure of themselves.
Yeah, I
so
he gets Zeus freezing the wave in return. So now, Perfect perhaps go down and break the freeze, but he's missing out.
Looks like they knew he was in the brush as they had this ward here. This is going to force the flash out of
It's a bit of a downtime. That thought.
There's the Bard. There is the setup.
For KT to get second item on Piochik, second item on BDD. The Manamune finish always is really big. And then
just waiting for the engage from the side of T1. There it is. They're going to throw it straight into Piochik. They know he doesn't have it, but he has actually a stopwatch, and he will be going down. That's a kill already on the Deft as Zeus just got in and murdered him, as that is 3 to the side of T1. And that felt like one of those fights where you really, what is going on here? Piochik's like, I'm going to take the blue buff. It looks like Zeus is going to just back away, and they will respect it.
Sitting on a level lead, and then adding a Deft stance into a full AD team. A lot of value.
Area doesn't have magical journey, actually. He's going to throw an ult in and...
the Baron. So basically one wave to try and crash in and get this, and they'll use the wall to do so.
The ult's going to be thrown towards Leona. Beryl just says, okay, I'm going in! And he's dead. Now we're going to have people trying to get close, and that's the issue with the Sivir.
Not a lot to be done here. Zeus just able to hook shot with impunity. I say that.
Got the ultimate. I mean, he's just going to use it here on the Jax. He's just frontlining. Even if he went down, this is a good trade. And he's still alive, still getting hook shots in, still getting stuns down. And T1 just biting off even more. Now, they're not going to get the inhibitor turret. Yeah, how could you forget the Merc Tread?
Oh, so have to mention it.
Little engage here from Beryl, but at the end of the day, he uses his satchel defensively, and Beryl's dead. And the timing this time with the Bard is fantastic, as Deft will actually run away. Keria getting pretty close to the sun, and now it's Zeus who does take that magical journey in and is looking to end this game. I see one a little bit low on the health bars, but there's the knock up, the stun onto Perfect. He's got to flash away. Zeus is not going to let them get away at this point in time. Depth's desperate to try to do something, but he will be taken down, and so will BDD. So those two short-range carries will be taken out of the game, and T1 will look to end it.
And the imminent end, possibly to the last dance, can be felt as this third Nexus is gonna fall. T1 gonna go up to match point. Not a guaranteed win for them. I still think this game, despite the score early on, felt like it was decently back and forth.